Okay, well, so this is another installment of my zine, Azrakh, and today we will be talking about the interview with Rachel Vita, aka Exoendo. She's a musical pioneer and stylist with a flair all her own. Rachel is a person who makes her flow a unique, stylish offering of sweet spiritual tunes. She graces the decks, and her style is radiant. Her opulent temple set on SoundCloud is linked at the end of the interview to introduce you to her finest offerings for your ears. What are some of the most important influences in your style of music? She responded, Music became a deep love of mine since I was very young. I sang and performed in musicals, various different bands. I opened for Shania Twain and Garth Brooks once, wrote my own music and lyrics, and played the piano. I got bit by the travel bug at an early age and figured out creative ways to study and live abroad. My music passion went to the next level once I was exposed to world music. I started collecting as I traveled all over the world. Zakir Hussain, Ali Farka Toure, Gypsy Star, Adrian Shimonenscu, Tomatito, Paca de Lucia, Rodrigo y Gabriela, to name a few, which got me hooked. I picked up playing the flamenco guitar. I had this incredible setup with this amazing flamenco guitarist, Paco de Nara, who gave me a weekly 1 to 2 hour lessons in exchange for a flask of vodka. Then, after my lessons, we would go over to a weekly flamenco musician gathering and all play together for the rest of the evening. I also have a place in my heart for indie-tronica and 80s synth sound, that borderlines experimental noise music. The first DJs and producers I was explored to were the Polish Ambassador, Desert Dwellers, Beats Antique, and Bonobo. Being exposed to these artists was during the time that I started going to campouts and festivals, which changed my whole perspective and connection with music. Today I am constantly exploring music that activates my heart and soul Cora, Yoko O, Sab, Sabo, Andheim, Comtruce, and Recordine are some that I'm really into at this moment. It really depends on the party, venue, and the vibe I feel that is appropriate for the time of my set, but you'll usually find me weaving together my signature blend of world music and artistic electronica with deep tribal fusion. I asked her, which women would you say impacted at you as the most as an artist of the DJ subculture? Well, I'd have to say that the first woman that had a profound impact on me is my wife, Dulce Vida. I was living in Colorado at the time that I first met her at a pre-compression party in Denver while she was doing a North American and Canada tour. I just had won a ticket to my first Burning Man the day before this party, and it was at this party I was to pick up my ticket, along with enjoying a full night of music with friends. I was dancing and dancing all night, then I clearly remember that this DJ dropped this powerful beat, which moved me so deeply that I stopped dancing and raised my head up, all while saying, fuck yeah. And to my surprise, this powerful music was coming from this little Asian woman behind the decks. At that moment in time, I felt time had slowed down. I took a moment to soak in all that I was experiencing, and then I eventually went back dancing. Later, I realized the need to sit down and rest for a moment. Then I looked up, and sitting underneath this 20-foot flower of life symbol was the DJ I had such a powerful experience with on the dance floor. Fearlessly, I walked up to her and introduced myself, and to make a long story short, the stars were definitely aligned for us to meet this night. I got her number, and we met up at Burning Man 2 weeks later, where we fell in love. And I quickly U-hauled it to San Francisco to be with the love of my life, now wife. I'm blown away by Dulce's DJ talent. She plays across many genres and kills it each time she performs with her curation of powerhouse music and engaging stage presence. Where would you play a show in the world if you could? I'm not sure where this is, but just thinking of playing to people who are really vibing at a club or at a festival on a tropical beach, where the love is flowing and time slows down, and the only thing on everyone's mind is to keep dancing. What are 2 to 3 female musicians that you're excited about their upcoming work? I have to say, I am just blown away by how many female DJs that we have here in the Bay Area. When I was living in Colorado, it was rare to see a female DJ 7, 10 years ago. It's really hard to name just a couple of female DJs that I'm excited about because I am excited each time a female is crushing it behind the decks. I love that the women are on my radar and play within my communities, play music that is bold and dialed into the time they're playing with their fierce skills. What are some of your current aspirations? And what are you working on musically? At this moment, I'm trying to expand my technical skills behind the decks, along with tapping back into my deep tech house roots, so I can play to a crowd that is already dancing and not just warming them up with my world, deep tribal house. I love the energy I get back from the people on the dance floor. It feels so good to share music that I love so much with others. What would you tell a fan of yours that wants to learn more about you? I believe that music is medicine. It has helped me throughout my life to get in touch with my heart, process deep things, and activates creative flow. I also believe that when emotions aren't processed and stay trapped within the body, if not released, over time these emotions may turn into some kind of dis-ease. I share this through witnessing this within my own self. And it was at this very crucial time in my life where I had gone to doctors and energy healing, and none of things seemed to be working. Then one day I closed myself in a room, turned on a soundtrack that I had made that worked energetically through the chakras, that allowed the music to really move me without worrying that anyone was watching. It was after this moment that I had a life-changing experience then that I really understood the power of music and dance. After this event, I created a 7-part chakra series of music that I edited together and layered with healing frequencies that I call Transplant Journey, and I have been sharing it with my community ever since. How can people reach you for booking or contact? And you can find her on Facebook at Exoendo333 or Instagram at Rachel Farnelli Vita. And please note that there is an interview later on with Dulce, who's mentioned in this article. Thank you. Have a good night.